taken out. We saw a constant theme in that card. After people got taken down, they were no longer throwing them out.
No.
They stopped.
Yeah.
They obviously, when people are worried about the takedown, striking no longer works.
It don't no longer matter.
Not the same, at least.
No. I just didn't expect this. I should have. Because the way he was doing,
Henry Cejudo.
I should have realized it. I should have peeped. Because Henry's a real wrestler. He was in there ragdolling, bro. So I should have been like, bro, he really gonna do Sean. He may do Sean the worst way. Now look, I tell you this. Sean gave up. I didn't like the way his approach. But first of all, it's a championship fight. Don't touch my hand. When the bells, don't touch my hand. I'm not your friend. I'm not none of that. We can be friends after.
It's not friendship, it's respect.
I don't respect you right now.
You had this nickname. They call you the problem child. How did that come about?
So my first MMA fight sort of messed up. I flipped off an old lady from the opponent's side. She screamed that I was getting tired, and I said, "Fuck you," and I flipped her off. And then her grandson, the brother of the guy I was fighting, ran in the cage after and wanted to fight me. So that's when everyone just said I was causing problems.
I got one thing that make you angry. Now I know one thing for sure, one thing for certain. Now look, we all know that viral that conversation you had with that Mike about that young lady.
Happens to me all the time. I'm used to this shit. I fucking train with Ray Borg. He's a fucking flyweight motherfucker. I'm fucking heartbroken. Time out. The only reason I got into this sport was because these fucking stupid girls want to keep fucking breaking my fucking heart. And my grandma fucking died. So yeah, I'm alligated. So fuck off.
Now look, I don't know what she did, but she started a lifetime of happiness. I tell you that.
So that reminds me, yeah, you're a teacher, dog. How are you a teacher and a fighter? How do you balance those two mentalities? First order of business. What episode is this?
50.
Yeah, 55.
I'm a dog.
55.
Game one.
Hey man,
I'm new to this. I'm true to this.
Hey, this is what I say. Second week in a row. We back on schedule. Right back on schedule.
Yeah, whatever.
UFC 306.
Yeah, whatever.
UFC 306 at the Sphere. Yeah. So we gonna. Man, okay. First off, the whole card was a banger up until the Aldana fight. That's the one that kind of slowed things down. Did you watch the whole card?
Yeah, I watched the whole card. I didn't get to watch Crimson.
So you didn't watch the whole card?
No, I didn't get to watch Crimson.
Raul Rosas he's talking about.
The chin. What are you talking about? I'm talking about the chin.
Did you watch him back?
No, what did you do?
It wasn't worth it. I mean, it
wasn't worth it.
I mean, honestly, he showed a little bit more comfortability in there. He just took the dude down, kind of dominated him. The dude, after he got taken out, we saw a constant theme in that card. After people got taken down, they were no longer throwing them out.
No.
They stopped.
Yeah.
They obviously, when people are worried about the takedown, striking no longer works.
It don't no longer matter.
Not the same, at least.
No.
Okay. So now that we got that figured out, now that apparently we know more than the rest of the MMA community, grappling is back.
I'm about to tell you, meta switches.
The meta switches
Nothing remains the same. At first, it was the age of striking. The age. I'm talking about the lineage. Everybody was throwing things. Everybody had like an itch. I'm finna.
When was this? When do you think that started?
This was probably 2000 and COVID until last year. I said 2000. COVID until last year.
Okay.
All of COVID was squat.
I mean, Pereira's still champ.
No, but I'm talking about you can see us with dog. All the champs that have became champion in these past big cards have all grappled.
Duplessis.
Boom.
Bilal Muhammad.
Boom.
Merab Dvalishvili.
3.
Merab Dvalishvili is
what's
champion
the
of the world.
No, what's the dude underneath? What's the dude that you said may go to a different venue? He's in the same with Sean O'Malley in 135. Nurmagomedov.
Yeah.
He grappled his way up to the top. It's just
Now he was striking too, though. He throwing
Islam,
kicks.
Islam,
striking.
Islam. I can only give Islam credit because Islam really throw them things too.
He knocked out.
It's
both.
ugly. It's ugly. It's ugly. But he'll throw.
He was throwing with Poirier. But how did he get to the top? Grappling. And that's the thing. Like, you have to have grappling when it comes to that. Unless you're Alex Pereira and you could just
smite people.
Yeah, you got to have grappling at the top. And it's not like this is a new thing. It's not like this is a mystery just getting unveiled. I mean, think about all the greatest champions. John Jones, wrestler. Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson, wrestled. George St. Pierre, wrestler. Khabib, wrestler. Who else? Anderson Silva. Okay, that's different.
Conor?
We're talking about the greatest champions, like with the title defenses too. Izzy, yeah, Conor. You have your strikers. Like you said, there was an era of the strikers. Damn near began with Conor. Damn near.
Damn near started, yeah. Now it's over.
But yeah, so nothing remains the same, like you said, and nothing is ever new either. People are all saying, man, there's new this, new that. Like in jiu-jitsu right now, the new guard is the K guard. Man, the K guard's been around for ages. It's been around for ages. Now it's making its way back around. The MMA or martial arts, it goes through seasons, right? What's working right now? Who's in my division right now? You think if Khabib was facing Charles Oliveira for his UFC debut, that his career would have went the same way it went?
Hell no.
It would have been different.
It'd been weird.
It would have been different.
It's hard to choke Khabib out, though, dog.
It is.
It's hard to do anything.
100%.
It's hard to do whatever with Khabib.
100%. And it's like, so, I mean, each division has its set of I guess, identity of like contenders and what they do. Either the grapplers, the strikers. Some of them are mixed and stuff like that. And those divisions usually don't have a dominant champion.
I think the best are mixed. I think, first of all, Merab, if he ever gets a chance to fight, because I ain't gonna lie, Sean gets a reheat.
Yeah, so let's talk about this match.
Oh,
yeah,
I can talk about it?
Yeah, go ahead.
My bad. I'm gonna just tell you how it's gonna shake.
Okay.
I just didn't expect this. I should have. Because the way he was doing, his last fight, the way he was doing,
Henry Cejudo.
I should have realized it. I should have peeped. Because Henry's a real wrestler. He was in there ragdolling, bro. So I should have been like, bro, he really gonna do Sean. He may do Sean the worst way. Now look, I tell you this: Sean fight bro again. That sniping I was talking about, that will not happen. He may hit him, but he not going. That will happen again. He fight that man again.
You think so?
I know so.
Okay,
Kissed
so
him on the back. I'm not. Hold up.
Okay.
I think it wound up being Merab. He goddamn God of War.
And Davidson?
Oh.
That they're gonna fight.
I guarantee you, try Davidson on the ground like that. Try him.
So you think Davidson Figueiredo is gonna get the next title shot?
He should, but they'll make him fight Corey. He'll beat Corey ass. Huh?
They'll make who fight Corey?
Davidson. Corey just lost.
Yeah. So you think Umar's gonna be next?
Fucking right. Unless
Merab doesn't want to fight.
They gotta pay Umar.
Merab has stopped talking. He doesn't say Umar's name. Have you ever heard him say Umar Nurmagomedov's name?
They brought him out last night. They didn't even talk about him though.
They showed him on the camera
because he's not gonna be there. He's not gonna be there.
Didn't say his name.
He's not gonna be there. They're not worried about it.
What do you mean? He's not gonna be there?
It didn't. Isn't that the guy you said Dana don't like?
Nah, Dana, if he fucks with Umar, nobody wants to fight Umar.
Oh, nobody wants to fight
him? Other than Corey. And Corey just lost his number one contendership because he fought him.
Yeah, it wound up being Umar, bro, and then Corey. And
Umar Merab is probably going to be next. But, okay, let's just backtrack. Let's talk about the fucking fight. So, first off, like I said, this card was a banger. A banger of a fucking card. Like, bro, Esteban Ribovic versus Daniel Huber.
That was cool.
What the fuck was that?
Stiff.
What the hell was that? First off, super close on the feet. I mean, the angles that was taken by Esteban Ribovic because he had the shorter arms. Terrence McKinney said the little T-Rex arms. He had the little T-Rex arms. But he's actually very educated with his striking.
I thought it was
very educated.
I thought it was just me. He was really throwing it.
Yeah, and mixing in uppercuts, hooks
that
into every combination.
That tall dude he fought.
Zell Huber
is a dog.
Bruh, even the hoes coming back. The elbow he caught him with and rocked him and then came back right back. Dude, that was one of the greatest fights I've ever seen. That's one of the greatest fights. You
say that because why?
But
you say that because why? What were they doing?
They was throwing them out.
They were battling.
Yeah, they were striking.
Ooh, they were battling.
I mean, But not everybody can do that because
Hell no. It looked like they was
the
sparring.
damage you take.
It looked like they was sparring.
No, they what?
No, it looked like they was like.
That's not how you. If that's how
I'm
you
talking
spar,
about.
I don't want to.
I'm talking about the way they were flowing.
Yeah, so it's like, man, they weren't. It wasn't no sparring. It was just they were throwing.
I'm just saying they were flowing.
Yeah, literally flowing. So
flowing.
even on the feet, I thought someone was gonna grab her because I couldn't score it.
Yeah.
I'm man. The first 2 rounds were so close. Like even on the significant strike numbers, Zellhuber. The reason I was so impressed with Ribovic is because Zellhuber's a long dude. It's hard to strike only with a long guy in MMA, especially when they're good at fucking striking. When they're good at striking, using his teams, managing his range, he's not scared to get hit and throw back at the same time. Like, that's a hard guy to fight. Ribovic fucking impressed me. So now, that Terrence McKinney fight wasn't no fluke. It wasn't a fluke. I'll tell you that much. That was, like, Terrence fought a damn dog. He fought a dog. Anyways, but yeah, that was...
He did.
So, it was fight of the night. I was surprised, though, that they didn't give, like, 2 fight of the night bonuses to because Joshua Van, on short notice, 2 weeks notice, he fought a dog in Edgar Chairez, had his calf blown out in the fucking first round. Had it, like, man, he was eating some nasty kicks, ended up adjusting, throwing more punches and bunches. That's what saved him, because you can't throw all them leg kicks when people are just letting hands fly at you. What you think about that one?
That leg was fried.
The leg was fried.
The leg was fried. I'm just trying to figure out how you managed.
Had him, dude, because the second round he started putting his punches together, almost had him up out of there.
Yeah.
And then that spinning back fist while he was rocked, bent over against the cage, wobbling, about to go out, just random, threw a spinning back fist.
They was in there throwing, dog.
That shit was like, bro, that just kicked off the damn night.
They was in the throwing. And a lot of people throwing elbows, too. That's what I like. There's a lot of elbows on this card.
A lot of nasty shit.
A lot of nasty elbows.
Dirty shit.
I'm like, damn.
That's the shit I like to see.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, but on 2 weeks' notice, after being knocked out in July, I'm surprised he even took the fight. He was knocked out in July. That's what, 3 months ago?
Mm-hmm.
Took the fight. He was at the bar taking shots when he got the call.
He on that tour regimen.
Still made weight. Weird. Still made weight. And fucking put on a hell of a fight. Ended up winning. Shit, what's next for him now? Because that's a dub. He's back in the win column. That loss is damn near erased.
He said erased.
That's what, like 5 fights in a row now. That's 5 wins in a row. Shit.
Yeah.
That's like 5 wins in a row, dog. He been on a roll since he got into UFC. He been active. He's only been here for like a year.
Yeah, facts. Damn, 5 fights?
And he's like 4-1, yeah.
That's a lot of fights a year, though.
That's wild.
He tripping.
Fearless.
No, fuck Fearless. He about to be hospitalized.
That's his nickname, Fearless.
I bet. Gonna be under straw. Water.
You and that damn straw, dog.
Water.
That's cigarettes. That's what that gives you.
No.
Cigarettes get you there.
No, that's. I'm not even gonna say it. I'm not even gonna say it.
That Mike Perry fucking
That's Mike Perry disease.
Okay, but fuck. Moving on. Shit. Let me go to the card real quick because, bro, they were all bangers up until that Aldana fight.
You seen the ring girls?
Oh, all painted and dressed up like they were at the VMAs.
I'm fucking with it. I was fucking with it.
You was fucking with it?
What?
Hired 8 new ones, all Mexican descent.
Bad. Aztec warriors.
Yeah, nah, facts. The Sphere was amazing. We're gonna talk about that, but
That hell a lot.
okay, we're gonna come back to the prelims, but let's talk about the fucking main event. So like we said, yeah, Merab got it done. You said he would win in a rematch. You should have saw it coming.
Should have saw it.
Dude, at the end of the day, Sean, people are saying he came out flat. I don't think that.
No, he was nervous.
I don't think that.
He came out not trying to he trying to stuff takedown. That's what he was worried about.
Bro, but think about the beginning. That was a weird fight. It was very weird. Just based off the very beginning. What happened? Very first round. As soon as they get started, Sean's immediately pressuring, right? And then Herb Dean starts stepping in the way because Merab and Tim Welch are fucking talking to each other, talking about excessive coaching and about to take a point from O'Malley and whatnot. And that, it was weird because that changed up fucking everything. It seemed like he went from, look, as much as it just got started, right? But he came out pressuring And then as soon as that happened, he was not pressuring no more. He was just on the on the back foot, using his footwork or whatever. I still think he had a good round. He touched him. First jab, busted him up. First jab, that's how you know he has power. He has power.
Busted his ass up.
Boom.
Oh shit.
Oh, nose. Hurt.
No, fuck hurt. Fucked up. Hurt.
But yeah, after that first jab, Merab he was using good footwork. And I think what gave Sean trouble is the fact that he didn't expect Merab to be so patient. Merab was very patient in there. Like, you expect someone with the nickname Machine to be coming forward the whole time, to be wrestling the whole time.
I mean,
but that's not what happened. It's not what happened.
He was moving.
Mm-hmm. He was moving at first, and Sean is so used to touching people with everything that he neglected the space in front of him. You know what I mean by that?
No.
So, like, he pretty much, every time Sean's in there, he touches people in the first round. He's going to hit you, right? And everything's going to land because they're there to be hit. But the approach that Merab took, being on the outside, using his footwork, made him, one, hard to hit. You saw Sean trying to, like, chase him down, and he was, like, lunging and reaching. And it didn't look like Sean, right?
No.
But it's because Merab took that approach. Like, that was just good on Merab. And then the fact that he couldn't touch him early, it was hard for him to find his range. And then by the time Merab got onto the single leg and started wrestling him, and the knees to the legs were fucking vicious.
I was hurt. It made him sit down.
That shit was hurting. You saw him trying to stop it, put his leg up, like damn, nigga, like that. Chill. Are you tripping? You did my fucking ass. That shit hurt. I know that shit hurt.
He got used and abused. No, like a dirty rag.
Yeah, that shit was not cool.
It was bad.
That shit was not cool.
It was bad.
But yeah, and then that whole fatiguing process, this is what we were talking about on the last podcast, that if that fatiguing process got started, the striking was going to look different.
It looked ugly. It looked like he was fighting outside.
He was trying to hit him with everything, right? Like I just said, he was trying to hit him with everything. And it's hard to fucking do that. Like, you gotta, so yeah, there's people who are snipers like that, who are used to touching people with everything. And then there's people who set everything up by putting punches. They're not trying to touch you with everything. They'll put 4 or 5 punches in front of your face to get a leg kick. They'll put 2 punches, kick a leg, and then come back up top, right? There's different ways to set it up. And I believe Sean is fully capable of doing that. I'm not saying he isn't. But he didn't do it this fight.
Did you hear his coach said in the corner?
Mm-mm.
Fifth round, like the 4th round ended, he sits in the corner. He's like, all right, buddy, one more round. It's about to end.
He said you got 5 minutes.
He said it's about to end. I said, oh, yeah, this is bad. He get his ass whooped. It's about to end.
Nah, he was saying like you gotta go. That's why he was saying.
When he's saying it was all.
He wasn't saying it like demeaning.
Oh,
they've been knowing each other for years, bro. Like it's like they have a connection to where they know what they're talking about. Like they know, look, bro, knock this nigga out. You gotta put him to bed.
You gotta put him to sleep
because this nigga's running around and shit.
Sean gave up. I didn't like the way his approach. But first of all, it's a championship fight. Don't touch my hand when the bells. Don't touch my hand. I'm not your friend. I'm not none of that. We can be friends after.
It's not friendship. It's respect.
I don't respect you right now.
Okay.
Why are you respecting this man? He trying to take your lifestyle, dog. I don't respect you. I respect people that care about me. You don't care about me if you want to take how I'm living.
You don't just respect people who care about you, though. You respect the person of martial arts. The reason people respect the person from the other side of the octagon is because we both know what we had to go through to get here.
I'll dap you up when it's over. I don't give a damn what you went through.
And that's a perfectly fine approach to have.
Yeah, I give 2 shakes of shit what you went through.
Probably a smarter approach to have. I know people who have tried to dap up at the beginning and it was a fake glove touch and had their jaw had be wired shut for about a month afterwards.
That's what I'm saying. Let's be cool after this. Yeah, it's about to hurt for a little minute. Yeah. We about to be cool. No, I'm not gonna touch. I didn't like the way he was coming out. Cool dude was kissing on you, dog. Fighting, kissing, kiss you. And you want to be his friend?
He did kiss him.
Ain't nobody kissing. No, come on, bro.
He kissed his back like 6 times.
And then stuff muffed him in front of her. That's what you get.
Yeah, because Herb told him to stop kissing him. He thought he meant stop like fighting. Because even though the bell didn't ring, that's why he got up and walked away. And then Sean said, man, fuck He just muffed him. Like he said, muffed him. Like that was outside. Snuck him.
Stuck his ass in the middle of the ring.
He should have knocked him out
Right there.
He should have thrown a head kick.
No, because it would have been legal.
He was tripping, throwing a punch. He should have been a kick that he hit him with.
No, because he could have missed that. He wanted to hit him. He could have missed that kick. He wanted to physically hurt this man.
Yeah.
Kiss on this man. He wanted to.
Yeah, but let's talk about Merab because the machine, like the cardio that he displayed, and I think more than it is cardio, I think it's strategy. Because you saw the little moments where he was in there, he was grappling, he would be on a single, he'd be on the cage. He was doing everything to constrict his breathing as well. All those little chokes that weren't really choking. I mean, they were choking, but they weren't like gonna finish him. But they were constricting his breathing. All that plays a factor for the gas tank. That all plays a factor. He had one like deep darts that he just kept the grip. He did the same thing to Henry Cejudo. Remember when he stayed in that front headlock? He does that a lot. That the constant wrestling. Yeah, we saw, like I said, it was a constant theme on this card. When you start wrestling these strikers, the striker it's gonna be different. It's gonna be different. That's why I was like, man, it really can't get there without you hurting this man first. For Sean, I thought he has to dance around. He has to hurt this man first, and then okay, we can wrestle a little bit. Okay, then I'm gonna finish it.
Yeah,
type shit. And he almost did in the 5th round.
Yeah, he did.
In the 5th round, he almost did.
He did.
Kicked him right in the kidneys. I don't know what it was.
He looked at the top.
He said,
look at the top, dog. Yeah, no, he did. Way too late.
Agreed.
Say what you want. Yeah.
Agreed. He should have thrown that knee way earlier. I think, man, it was just...
He took all his energy.
It was just too little, too late. I mean, that's the thing. It wasn't to the point where he got broken. Because he wasn't broken. Like, even at the end of the 5th round, he was still up, like, trying to strike. He was still doing his shit. Like, he wasn't broken. It was just to the point where you get to this level of fatigue to where you're now it's hard to make adjustments. Now it's hard to adjust to the fight and actually do what you need to do. To win this motherfucker.
Yeah.
And Merab, so more of the story, he controlled the space in front of him very well. Like he was the one throwing punches on air. You saw him. He didn't really land shit on the feet. He was throwing punches on air, and then he throw big overhand takedown. Same shit he fucking did to everyone else. And it worked.
Yeah, don't get twisted. It worked.
Yeah. A lot of people lost money on that one.
The third round, Sean got off the ground, dog.
Frustrated.
Down the cage? No. Just trying to get a lick of oxygen. I knew it was over. I said, yep, here we go.
Yeah.
It's over.
Well, he does a lot of breathing training, so like it was probably a strategy, like a technique.
For breathing training, your coach ain't here. Fatigue makes cowards of us all, dog. You be a weird person when you get tired. You ain't never seen that guy. Hell,
you fight differently.
If you fight anything in life, if you want to know who you are, get tired. That's when you need to train. When you're tired.
Yeah. That's why they do that. That's why they do all
that.
Get
exhausted. Because that's who you really about to be.
That's why people who have the sparring rounds and they have a good round, then they take a break. What are you doing?
Don't take no break.
What?
No.
You better battle through that fatigue, nut shots, all that shit. Battle through all of it because anything can happen in a fucking fight.
Drool. You be in there leaking just.
Yeah, so Merab Dvalishvili is the fucking champion. Bilal Muhammad's a champion.
Ugly champion. It's an ugly list of champions.
But it's a theme. Hard work.
Give a damn about the theme.
Hard work, dedication, and wrestling.
Wrestling.
Hard work, dedication, and wrestling can win you a championship. Yeah. Know what I'm saying? Merab doing the damn dance. That's the words.
That shit was crazy.
Doing his damn dance. How about Valentina and Grasso? What you think about that one? Boring. I don't think Valentina just... Honestly, that disappointed me on both people's front. Like, Alexis, she was trying. It was that's a hard style to fight. Like, when someone just wants to hold you down, not doing no damage, just wants to hold you down. That's a hard style to fight. I thought...
You're not fighting.
I thought it was actually good that she got taken down early. Why I say that is because at first she looked flat on the feet. It didn't look like she... warmed up properly or whatever. It looked like Valentina just had her range and timing right off the bat. And then when Valentina took her down, that second round, you can see she looked more up on the toes and she looked sharper. And then she got taken down again. And then she got taken down again. And then she got taken down again.
Man, everybody in the room.
Yeah. Yeah, Dana said that I hope all the new fans that tuned into this fight, because it was the Sphere, you know, we had a lot of new fans. Hope everyone just turned it off before the co-main event and they stayed a fan type shit. And it's like, nobody's going to be a fan of that. Even people who are interested in all the grappling, like, I love grappling, and it was just...
You need to introduce transgender women.
Uneventful. I don't agree with that.
Why?
I don't think you'll ever get me to agree with that, dog.
Why wouldn't you? The women, well, you don't believe in the cause?
No. Not over here.
Equal rights, equal fights, bro.
Look, dog.
I think if they introduce transgender
if you're born
women,
with a penis, you will never fight a woman.
You better not say that. You better not say it.
You will never fight a woman.
You are a woman. If you say you're a woman, you're a woman in America.
In America, this is international sport. This ain't no American sport.
This is the UFC.
This is fighting.
No, look, if they introduce transgender women, it would be more views because now the backs have increased, the size of the backs.
Hey, I have no doubt that there'll be more views.
Way more knockouts. Way more knockouts.
You might as well just remove women weight classes. Just we fight. You might as well. If we doing that, might as well just have it fight.
Tell me you would tune in.
Welterweight, featherweight.
Tell me you would tune in.
I watch.
I know you would. I know you would. I'm tuning in.
My spine will be shaking up in the middle of all those fights. Imagine John Jones fighting a woman.
I could imagine that.
We have seen that.
You're wild.
We've seen that.
You gonna throw some fun at
No, I wasn't even like when I thought about it. I wasn't even trying to go that way. But
no, I would pay $100 to watch John Jones fight a transgender man, woman, whatever.
Oh, now they got to be trans.
Yeah, trans.
That shit don't. Whatever. All right. Yeah. Do you think they run that back? Shevchenko, Grasso?
Nobody want to watch that shit, dog. They can run it back at their crib. They can go fight by themselves. They can fight in like Chuck E. Cheese in the play pit.
I mean, a fourth one. Damn, that was the third one.
Yeah, go fight. Yeah, no pay-per-view. Dolo.
On a fight night.
I'm gonna watch that shit.
They did that. I thought Noche UFC was the fight night at first, right?
Can we go pay Amanda or something? Can we just go give her?
Oh, they was never opposed to paying her. She retired.
Fuck, dog. Go give Amanda something. Go give her like a house.
Hey, shit, after that big shorty, Norma Dumont did what she did to Irene Aldana.
Man, somebody call Amanda.
They got some people at the top. I mean, if Kayla Harrison wins the belt, she's a fighter. If Juliana Pena gets the belt back or something, I think she'll come back.
Oh, my Juliana Pena get a hole in the head no more. What's this shit?
They're 1-1. You forget she doused Amanda. You forget that. Like, that's crazy that you forget that. She doused Amanda Nunes. But yeah, I'm sure Amanda will come back for one of them.
Wow.
Yeah, so
she can douse one of them.
Oh, what do you think about the Diego Lopes and Brian Ortega fight?
First of all,
because that was one of the best fights as well. But go ahead.
Brian Ortega, respectfully, need to get back with old girl. He need to leave his ex-old lady he with right now. Ever since he got back with her, he been losing.
That's not true. He beat Yair. What are you talking about?
I'm just talking mess.
I mean, to be fair, he only fought once in the last 2 years, I think. Or once
he hasn't fought.
Once in the last year.
No. That's besides the point. I'm just talking bullshit. But like, he just, I don't know, man. He got dominated. Them leg kicks hurt. One of them leg kicks hurt early. Jab leg kick got him early. He's like, damn, that damn jab hurt like a motherfucker. Leg hurt like a motherfucker. Then he tried to check them out and it wasn't working. He like, fuck, shit still hurt.
No, it did work though. They both checked a couple kicks.
Them hoes,
shin swelling up.
Yeah, them hoes are swelling up.
Diego did a good job of countering his jab because Brian at first was stepping heavy on the jab.
Yep.
Caught him early, right off the gate, almost knocked him out.
Yeah.
You think he should have engaged with him on the ground? Because he engaged with him.
Hell no,
he engaged with fucking Brian Ortega on the ground. I mean, Diego Lopes has great jiu-jitsu, obviously.
He's not worried about none of that shit.
He was trying to murder him.
He wasn't worried about none of that shit. Did you see his face at the end of the fight?
Like, they happy at the beginning. And then, see, this is you can have respect and be cordial and touch gloves and everything, and then go try and murder somebody. That's what Diego Lopes tried to do.
He didn't try that shit. In
between rounds, or like at the beginning of every round, touch gloves, I'm trying to murder you.
He whooped his ass. Yeah,
right off the gate. I mean, and that's
leaked him up first.
That's the thing.
First
like
round.
Brian Ortega is a slow starter. Diego Lopes is a fast starter. That's why I was leaning more towards Diego. I was leaning more towards him. And the fact that he has had 5, now 6 fights in the last year. He's 5-1 in the last year, murdering people. That is the motherfucker. He reminds me of gladiators. He's a gladiator.
He a killer.
Dana needs to make that nigga fight in a coliseum.
He a killer, boy. He a killer. No, because if he start making people fight in the Coliseum, it's gonna look just a tad bit illegal. Just like a smidgen. The only thing
we should be doing this.
The only thing drawing the line between indentured servitude / racism and legalities is a smidgen of money. Just a tad bit of money. That's the only thing.
I mean, if they fight in the Coliseum, it'll be money too.
It'd be money, yeah. No, don't get it twisted now. But it would definitely go down in the most racist event ever held in American history. Yes, since the Roman time.
Dana. He came out on the interviews afterwards, and he was saying that he actually was trying to book the Coliseum. Not for this.
So now I know.
Not for this event.
No, I know.
But he was trying to book it whenever he was talking about Elon Musk versus Mark Zuckerberg.
Now he brought them two up in the name too. So I know.
It's gonna be white people fighting though.
No, but I'm just saying the Coliseum is crazy. That is some. What, Dana? What, you gonna sit on the throne? Dana?
I want to fight in the Coliseum. I want to fight in the Coliseum. Nigga, that shit is live as hell. What? Are you joking? Nigga, imagine fighting in the Coliseum, dog. You in the center of that bitch.
They gonna have y'all walk out with chains. Y'all walk out with chains. Y'all gonna walk out handcuffed.
They do that already, wearing Venom and Reebok and shit.
Alright. Hey, I'll watch. Just know I'll watch. I'll tune in.
They gonna have to uncuff you before the fight. They gonna uncuff you, have spears at you, pushing y'all towards each other.
Lions on the outside of the shit.
I'm fighting the Coliseum, though.
I bet you would.
That shit would be so
that's
live.
Cool with the Kente shit.
So live.
Yeah, that's with mine being on Roots, huh?
Damn, I want to make that shit happen, dog.
Do you?
I want to make that shit happen.
I hope not. I'll watch.
I'll fight in the Coliseum, though.
Stop saying that shit.
I'll do that shit. Anyways,
they gonna have you in a loincloth.
Fucking, we in loincloths already, damn near.
Draws. Yeah.
Draws.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ignacio Bahamondes versus Manuel Torres. That was also a fucking.
I don't even remember that.
Manuel Torres. He was the one who got angry when he got hit.
Angry?
Like,
what the?
So Bahamondes was the fucking tall ass lightweight. Yeah, lightweight. He was a tall ass lightweight. Manuel Torres. He was throwing him at the beginning, caught him early, and then Bahamondes was moving around. He's Bilal Muhammad's teammate. Bilal tweeted afterwards, best striker in the UFC type shit. He's been saying it, but yeah. Anyways, Bahamondes got caught early, and then Torres was just going forward the whole time because he's fighting in front of Mexicans. That's why, or the Mexican crowd or whatever. Anyways, Bahamondes ended up just catching him overextending twice. Caught him overextending and fucking just put him out. Ended up putting him out.
Damn.
You don't remember that one? That was this one.
You don't think Hispanic people get mad like for having a rap of being able to run through punches? You don't think that's like?
Is that a good rap?
I wouldn't want that type of.
that nigga can run through a punch.
He can run through a punch, dog. He can take one. They don't say it about black folks. They don't say it. Damn, Jamal love getting hit.
It's because black folks drop. So a lot of black folks will drop.
Knocked out. Tweety Bird.
They be athletic than a motherfucker, but you hit that chin, dog, they go to bed.
Athletic, bro. I was just talking about.
Mexicans won't be athletic at all,
Yeah,
but they'll take a punch. They'll take a punch.
I was talking to Pops. It's like, man, what? I was like, Dad, black people not just the best, like, athletically. He like, oh, really? Name me 5 right now that's not black. I said Christian McCaffrey. Play running back though. He said running back. He said Christian McCaffrey, and I had to think.
Oh no, there's no others ever.
And I was like,
Danny Woodhead.
Yeah. He like, now I want you to think about this. For Christian McCaffrey to be creative, his mom had to be an Olympian. His dad had to be one of the best wide receivers in the league.
Oh right, his whole family was athletes, right?
Athletes. He said, I can go get me.
His brother athlete.
He said, I can go get me a female from McDonald's.
And we'll push some athletes out.
What?
Push them. Yeah, But it's because of what we've been eating for years, generations.
Eating.
Yeah, like over in Africa, man, they have access to Shilajit and a whole bunch of other testosterone boosters. Yeah, Shilajit. It's like a testosterone booster, natural. You get it in the mountains and stuff. But there's a whole bunch of other like roots and things and stuff like that they have in Africa that naturally boost their testosterone. And it's like they've had access to that for generations. So it's like I feel like that's part of the reason. Other than that, I couldn't guess why niggas are just gifted.
Gifted.
Yeah. But yeah, Mexicans don't drop very often.
Don't drop, get hit all day.
Not very often.
Punched on.
I don't know if that's a good thing to be known for, but they known for it.
They known for it.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Yasmin Yargui, she was the big favorite. She got dropped and submitted by by Ketlin Sousa. That was a crazy fight. That was a banger. Yes, and that was the card. Dude, that was a good ass card, dog. Like I said, up until the Aldana, she had a cut from the top of her scalp to the bottom of her nose. That shit was nasty. That was maybe the nastiest cut, and all from her head. But that sucks.
It happened.
That sucks. It happens.
Part of it.
That fucking sucks. Tough to fight through it. But Norman Dumont was on the bike for all 3 rounds, just touching her up. So that was good on her. But what do you think of the Sphere? You think it was everything it was hyped up to be? Mm-hmm.
I like the Sphere. I like it. It was
that
pretty
shit was cool.
Yeah, no, it was pretty cool.
How they had the chapters and everything?
No, how they had it was like a film.
A movie. I told you.
I'm like, bro, this is crazy. I was surprised. It was nice.
Yeah, they told the history and everything. And honestly, I want to go back and watch a couple of those things more because Danny was talking about all the details that were in it. And I was in a room with like 30 people for the watch party or whatever. And, you know, you couldn't pay attention to everything there. So, but it was just some cool ass. It was cool. Yeah, I would have wanted to be there. That was dope. And then I like how they kept like the theme during the fights.
Yep.
Like when we ain't even talk about Rodrigo. What's his name? The dude with the big smile. The
big smile.
Ronaldo Rodriguez and Ode Osborne.
Oh, they was squabbling.
That's when they had the Aztec temple in the background.
That was hard.
Bro was talking. Remember? Did you watch the press conference?
No.
Bro was throwing all kinds of slurs out there. He was like, la puta madre. And he was going crazy.
Slurs.
Going crazy.
No,
slurs.
No. Oh, no.
Like, they didn't censor nothing either because it was Spanish. Nobody understood.
Nobody
understood.
Nobody know.
Translator just shut up. He didn't translate nothing. But yeah, it came out and that was not like Manel Kopp and Micah. Nah, they threw. They talk shit and then they threw.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, right off the jump gets damn near knocked out. Like I'm talking, his eyes were rolled back, stiff. I was surprised the ref let it go on, but he ended up winning. So he got dropped, and then he got put in a triangle. And even after Ode Osborne messed up the triangle and let it go, he still looked like he was out. Both. There's so many stories I know of where people are knocked out in a fight. Like, they win the fight and don't remember what happened during the fight because they were actually, like, knocked out. And I think that's one of those cases because even after he let go of the triangle, he kind of stayed in that, like, downward position for, like, a couple of seconds before he finally, like, went to, like, a knee slice pass or something. And, bro, damage. Damn, he won. But damage.
And we in Vegas, though. We about to get lit.
Get lit.
What?
You ain't gonna remember.
After a dub, I'm about to have a hangover experience. I don't want to remember.
You know what's funny?
I don't want to remember.
That's the number one thing fighters do after a tough fight. They go drink, party it up.
That's bad for you.
And that's the worst thing that you can do.
That's bad for your brain.
Not even bad for you. It's just bad for your health because you recover slower. They slow down
everything.
It slows
down your recovery, yeah.
It slows down your recovery. Slows down everything. Like, you heal slower. Man, that's terrible.
I'm finna go get lit. Vegas?
And he'll slow little bit.
Vegas? Finna wake up in a room with a tiger in the bathroom. What happened? Oh no. I don't remember nothing.
Facts. Terrible. But Noche UFC, man, that was a success. One of one.
That's pretty cool.
They're no longer gonna go back there because they're contracted with MGM Grand. This is just a one-off.
Yeah.
And we're gonna move on to the next event. But before we talk about anything else, we have a very special guest who's going to be hopping on the pod. And you might have known what this man has said, but you do not know his name yet. And hopefully, this is me introducing him to you because nobody else has. We have rising MMA prospect fighting in one of the best promotions in the country today in Fury FC, Mr. Iyean Varela. Hey, Ian, is it Ian or is it Ian? Just to get this right.
Ian. Ian. It's called Ian.
Ian. Okay, bet. Because I heard people say Ian. I don't know if you've corrected them in the past or whatnot, but yeah, all right, bet. I'm glad we got
I've
that
never
situated.
corrected people.
What's up, my brother? How you doing today?
Just chilling. Just got out of church.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. So, tell me, man, you had this nickname. They call you the problem child. How did that come about?
So my first MMA fight, I flipped off, and it's sort of messed up. I flipped off an old lady from the opponent's side. She screamed that I was getting tired, and I said, "Fuck you," and I flipped her off. And then her grandson, the brother of who the guy was fighting, ran in the cage after and wanted to fight me. So that's when like everyone just said I was causing problems, and then problem child started. Then it escalated fight by fight.
I'll say that's a
Then
problem.
it slowed down.
So you flipped off an old lady, and that's how you got your nickname.
Yeah,
sadly. That's a crazy way to make a name for yourself, my brother.
Hey, you lucky she ain't walking the cage. You would have a different nickname, my friend.
Old lady beater upper.
Yeah.
Hey, shit. Were you tired though when she said it?
I wasn't tired.
No.
Nah, not really.
Okay, all right.
I just didn't. I didn't know who said it, but my coaches had said I said it to an old lady. So no, I didn't know it was an old lady.
Well, yeah, I'll say that's a problem. So you're not the only one with this nickname, right? We have Jake Paul, who's also called the problem child. Who you think wears it better?
I think I sort of look up to Jake Paul in some ways, how he markets himself and what he says. So I had the problem child name first. I started fighting before him. I'm pretty sure I started fighting before him. So I'd say I'm the original, but he's obviously more famous than me right now. So
hey, I'll fuck with him, man. Claim it.
He owns it right now. He owns it right now.
For sure.
I'll tell you.
But your time is coming. Go ahead, let him know.
Yeah. It's gonna come.
Getting back to fighting, how can you tell us like your journey? How'd you start? How'd you get on that path? And how old were you during that time?
So I haven't been in MMA that long. This is like my third, fourth year. I wrestled in college at a little Division II college, but I was drinking so much, I was partying. It sort of screwed me over because I didn't take the practices as serious because I was always drunk or always with my girlfriend I was with my girlfriend at the time most of the time. So I lost a lot of chances in that years of college that I was just down the wrong path towards the end of college. I got some relationship problems as always, and I started street fighting. My dad passed away, so I always had a little chip on my shoulder. So I started. It's all good. It's been a little bit now, and ever since then, I would drink and I'd get in these street fights. And a good buddy of mine told me stop fighting in the streets for free, and that sank with me the whole time. And ever to this day, if I see altercations in the streets, I'm sadly gonna take a step back. I've been beat up. I've been hit with brass knuckles. I've had my bad nights, and I'll do anything to stay away from that.
I feel you.
But I love to
Yeah,
fight, so it gives me like the opportunity to fight for money.
Yeah.
right. And man, you said you went to school for wrestling, right? And you started going down the wrong path, drinking and stuff like that. When did you make that transition into martial arts? I know you said you used to fight in the streets. What year was it that you started training in like everything?
I'd say COVID honestly helped me a lot because we had a couple of fighters like still like fighting through the pandemic in the UFC, like Jordan Espinosa, some small names, Jerome Rivera, that were in the UFC at the time. But we had the opportunity, me and my homie that I was living with at the time, there was not too much going on, so all we would do is drink and literally train. There was not much we would do other than that. We lived in a single apartment and with 3 big old dogs. It wasn't the funnest, but all we did is train, so we were never really in the apartment.
Damn, okay. Man, so that's humble beginnings, huh? Have you
And
since
I
moved out of
almost,
that apartment?
yeah, I live in a pretty nice house with one of my homies right now in a good part of Albuquerque.
New Mexico.
Yes, sir.
Yes, New Mexico, yeah.
Hey, I know you can't breathe. I went out there for a bowl game. Until I took 2 steps, started sweating. I was hyperventilating.
No, I'm in super good shape. So that's when like that old lady said he's tired. I was sort of pissed because I don't get tired really.
Don't make sense.
I bust my ass in the gym to not get tired.
Facts.
You think you have a quick trigger? Like things make you
Oh hell yeah! I don't know.
angry quick?
Easily, I don't know why. I was just born like that, I guess. I always had a little chip on my shoulder.
I got one thing that make you angry. Now I know one thing for sure, one thing for certain. Now look, we all know that viral that conversation you had with that Mike about that young lady.
Happens to me all the time. I'm used to this shit. I fucking train with Ray Borg. He's a fucking flyweight, motherfucker. I'm fucking heartbroken. Time out. The only reason I got into this sport was because these fucking stupid girls want to keep fucking breaking my fucking heart. And my grandma fucking died. So yeah, I'm a little heated. So fuck off.
Well, it was very impressive there.
Now look, I don't know what she did, but she started a lifetime of happiness. I tell you that.
For real. I'm happy now.
Yeah, so giving people a little bit of background actually. So this is coming after your last fight, right? You ended up winning in the first round by guillotine choke.
Yes, sir.
And then you had one of the craziest post-fight speeches of all time, in my opinion, to where you kind of went on a rampage a little bit and talked about the reason why you started fighting, said you had your heart broken and whatnot. Tell us a little bit more about what went into that.
Yeah, like you fight, right?
Yeah.
Or you've been around the game. So when you win in that type of fashion that quick, you're not only like hyped up on adrenaline, you don't even know. I thought I was like literally gonna go through like a 3-round war. So for me to finish it that quick, I had so much energy still on top of like all the shit that happened to me that week. I was sick. I lost my grandma. I got broken up with. I didn't even care if I was like talking insane. I was like, I don't even care if I make it out tonight. I just know I'm going to fight. So like for it to get cut that short, I was like, oh fuck. I have so much adrenaline right now that I was like, I couldn't even, going back to the video, like I didn't even make sense because of how much like emotion and adrenaline was going through my body. I was just talking crazy. Not crazy because it was all truth coming from my heart. So I'm happy I said it at the end of the day.
That's still.
Yeah, no, that's good. Man, how does how does someone fight through all that like adversity? Because you said that you lost your grandmother that week, and then obviously yeah you had the whole breakup situation and everything. What's going through your mind before a fight? Because you're about to get into a fight where dire consequences can happen, right? Joe Rogan has a famous quote saying that fighting is like chess or a puzzle problem solving with dire consequences. What's going through your mind when all this stuff is happening to you right before you're about to get into a fight?
So yeah, luckily I have the best coach in the game, in my opinion, Ray Borg. He can tell how intense and crazy I was the whole week, that he kept telling me all week, controlled crazy. And I was like thinking like, nah, stop, man. I'm going to go in there and just go crazy. But that controlled crazy stuck with me throughout that fight. Luckily, because that's literally all my thing is. Like, I'm very technical and I'm very emotional. So as long as I can tie the controlled crazy together, I feel like I'm unstoppable in there because one, I'm crazy. One, I'm fighting off of so much emotions. As long as I can control that, I don't see no one stopping me, in my opinion.
So you think maybe that stuff happening to you almost like just fueled you for this last fight?
Not only that, like I mentioned, my dad passing, and I've just not. Albuquerque's a rough place, and where I went to college is not the best place either. I've put myself around a lot of bad people in the past, so it's not helped. It's helped me like grow and be tough, basically. So when I step in there, that's like my vent, basically. Like I'm not vocal a lot. I smoke weed now, and I just stay at home. So like when I get to vent, that's my therapy, basically, is fighting.
Oh damn, man, that's super interesting.
That's super cool.
Yeah. So okay, let's go ahead and backtrack a little bit. Let's talk about the lead up into that fight because not only did you battle all that adversity, but then you're supposed to. So you're a flyweight, right? You're supposed to be fighting
Yes.
at 125. Your opponent says about like what 5 weeks out, I can't make 125. That it's gonna have to be at 135, or I'm gonna reschedule it pretty much, and almost seemed like he was trying to get out of the fight. Did that affect you any going into the fight, or did it just make you want to fight him even more?
It made me more mad, honestly. Like, for you to think you're not gonna make weight, you're a professional. He has more professional fights than me. So for him to be the professional with more experience than me, it was sort of disrespectful that he didn't want to make weight 5 weeks out. If someone told me, I've been crazy enough I hang out at like 160. I've been crazy enough to take title fights in weeks' notice, and I make weight no matter what. I missed weight once. But my thing is like, now that, and that was as an amateur, so like it really pisses me off that you say you're a professional and you're going to miss weight. Then you're not a professional to me, and you're just looking past me. And the day of the weigh-ins, he comes in not only missing 135 on top of the 125. It just pissed me off more.
Right, yeah, because he weighed in at 138. He missed it by 3 pounds. So you're
138.
you call yourself a flyweight, and then you can't make 135 on 5 weeks. No, that's kind of wild to me. But yeah,
I made more money that night.
Thanks.
Yeah, you made your money. You took a percentage. Is that how that worked?
For real, yeah. Yeah, he gave me so with Fury, they give you like $100 out of their purse every pound they miss.
Oh shit!
Damn.
Okay, nice. So let's hold on. You just said you walk around at 160 and you fight at 125.
You're a
Correct.
dog.
Yeah, how does that work? How are those weight cuts?
There's times I'm in shape, and like right now I'm not. I train 24/7, like all the time. I never take breaks, so that helps. There's times where I eat a lot more. There's times that I know I might be fighting. I start cutting back on a lot of food. I got good meal prep company, El Chino, that basically gets me down to the weight safely.
Safely. How safe can that be though? Going from 160 to 125. That might be
So
is that
I'm
35?
fighting November 3rd. So me fighting November 3rd, I'm starting basically tomorrow is my plan.
Okay,
I
that's when
start
you're
chopping
starting
it
your
away.
diet. So we're still eating good right now.
Yeah, like last night for the fights, I got really high and I just ate canes and
Facts.
I ate too much, basically.
Wait, hold on. So you were tuning into UFC 306? You watch the fights consistently?
Yeah, I watched.
Wait,
I've faded back from watching all the like fight nights and stuff, but because I don't know why. Once I started doing more fighting, I lost interest in like all these little fight nights. But I will tune into like people that I'm interested in, or like if I got a friend fighting, I always like to tune in.
What you think about Sean O'Malley's performance last night, bro?
I started watching Sean O'Malley when I was first getting into the sport, so I wasn't too happy with it, but I don't really know. I think Merab has a gas tank on him, and that's Merab's style is basically my style, so I can't say I don't like him, but I was a Sean O'Malley fan. I wanted Sean O'Malley to win.
Facts.
yeah,
Same.
I think a lot of people were, and there was a constant theme. I feel like in all of those fights, to where it's like you have a striker and you have a grappler, but as soon as y'all start grappling, all that striking shit changes. And it's like in this new like age of strikers being champions, people forgot about that. People forgot about how grappling can affect the fight. I mean, you have the Sean O'Malley's who are champion, Alex Pereira who is champion. What do you think about? I guess the new age of MMA, or do you believe that there's anything new in MMA?
Of course, like you get a champ from like back in the day to fight me now, I'm gonna smoke them. In my opinion, maybe not Ray Borg. Ray Borg beats my ass every day, but like I'm talking like if you get one of these flyweight contenders from the past, they won't stylistically or technically match up against people in the current day because the sport's like progressing so much. I like have little kids training. Like it's insane. Like these little kids are good. I even fought a little kid. Fucking, he's not a little kid, but Sebastian Overeat or whatever his last name is.
Right?
Yeah, kid's a stud. I'm about to call him out again since he's finally pro after I beat Micah. But like, I took that fight on like a week's notice, like 5 days, just doing Eric a favor because Eric's the man. But like, the talents are getting so good, it's crazy. Like, I'm trying to get in before these kids get up there because so I can bounce. You know what I mean? I don't want to fight one of these little. I don't want to fight like. I want to get my money and my fame or popularity, whatever it is, from this sport, and then like literally bounce because these kids are training from when they're like first born. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's such a new sport that we're watching it progress so fucking quickly. And I know you're being humble or something, but I feel like you're a part of that new generation as well, to where people who are older than you are looking at you like that.
Yeah, for real. Like, there's so much like to learn if you look at it. Like, someone's always doing something new. So it's like that's why I think like people like Merab aren't good champions for the UFC because like you got Sean O'Malley, you got people like me, you got people like Colby like trying to like spark up, like make this fun and like more entertaining. Merab or someone boring ain't gonna sell nothing. You're not gonna even. Nobody's
Yeah, he's
gonna
not.
want to watch that shit.
Yeah, he's not gonna sell much.
And below.
Yeah,
And below.
I forgot about him.
Yeah.
Hey, we gotta remember the name now.
Yeah, and below.
We gotta remember the name now. He's Sam now, so it is what it is. Okay, so going, I guess, yeah, going back a little bit. So you have your fight. You made the crazy post fight speech and everything. Did you have a particular fan reaction? Like, what was the fans' reaction to everything that you had said?
Good and bad. Like, I had a lot of supporters. I gained like a couple thousand followers through it. I get tagged in it every single day to this day. I got blocked by a couple girls. So good and bad. But those girls that blocked me, that was to them. So I got what I got.
It is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. Hey, man,
Yeah,
you know,
Hey, you a dog. At least you fought. When I got my heart broke, I was in the bed, couldn't eat, crying, tear coming out of my face. I hurt. Need a napkin. Oh.
Yeah, hey, you know, matter of fact, since we're on the topic, what's your dating advice to people who maybe just got their heart broke? What's your way of overcoming that feeling?
Don't drink alcohol. Don't drink alcohol. Alcohol. I'm almost a year sober. So
Yes, sir.
Hey, congrats, bro. That's awesome.
Literally that right there. Do not drink when you're sad. Don't drink when you're anything. Like, my grandma that passed away used to tell me, like, you're drinking because you're sad, but tomorrow you're gonna wake up with more problems because you're probably getting into more problems drinking.
Right.
So that really set with me once she got sick, and I stopped drinking. So
Nice.
don't drink. Pick up something. If it's not sports, pick up something. Go to read books. Do something.
Facts.
Take your like anger and energy somewhere else. Drinking is just gonna cause problems.
Facts. It's going when you put yourself in that state, you're gonna project it on your people that you care about too. When you're excessively, you know.
Exactly. That's why I've cut so many people out of my life.
Yeah.
I've cut so many bad people out of my life that like are always asking me to drink, and I'm like, oh, dude, like, you know how bad I got and how much problems I've had with that. Why are you insisting for me to drink? So I just threw away a lot of people, honestly.
No, and that's good that you said that, because a lot of people, you know, they go through things and they start drinking or whatever, and then they may even formulate a circle of people who are into those things. And man, you are your surroundings. You become, like, people are products of their environment. So yeah, that's good that you're talking about that, because especially everything you've been through with your whole college wrestling career and that not going how you planned, and then just the various troubles that you've had with drinking. This shows that you're growing a lot, and that's exciting for us to hear, especially looking forward to your future.
You come back to Houston though, we going to one of them strip clubs out here, and we gonna get
Nah, bro,
we're not gonna drink. No, we just gonna have a good time, man. No.
Just bring some weed.
Yeah, that's all you need. You don't need nothing else. Yeah. Have a great adventurous afternoon. Yeah. What?
I bet. So you talked about this a couple times. You said that your training partner or your coach is Ray Borg, right?
Mm.
When did you
Correct.
start training with him?
So me and him have a wild story too. It sort of like led into that problem child name because I was fighting one of his guys. He used to train at a gym called Jackson Acoma, and I was fighting one of his guys. And again, I could go on flipping off him,
Whoever.
and at the moment it was to them, him and his coaches, because they were on the opposite side of me, basically. So we didn't like each other. I took a rough little loss. I broke my jaw. I
Damn.
had some like I just was going through a lot. The coach that I was with at the time wasn't really helping me technically. He was getting me strong. Like he made me tough as fuck. Like I'm tough as fuck because of that dude. But like I wasn't learning nothing. I wasn't progressing. I was winning these fights out of like heart, basically, like just me being tough. So I took a loss that I shouldn't have, and I sort of just humbled myself and told myself I want to train with the best. So I humbled myself, which I sadly don't do it enough, and I messaged Ray Borg, and we started training in his garage. Sort of kept it private. I just followed him along for like I was on summer break. I was literally just one of his minions, just following along, getting beat up by him because he was training for a Bellator fight, and basically that's where it all started. His girlfriend at the time was training for a fight. I hopped in to help for some rounds. I scheduled the fight for Fury, and we just that's how the whole gym started, honestly.
And kicked it off. Oh, okay. So what's the gym? What's the gym called now?
It's a Borg Martial Arts and Fitness.
Borg Marshall, and that's where you have all those teammates, Jordan Espinoza and all of them.
That was at an old gym. Jordan Espinosa was at an old gym at Latrelles. I've they don't train no more. Jerome Rivera does with us. We got some high level like college we got a lot of college wrestlers in there right now with us.
Okay, man, that's good. Yeah, there's something about having that high level talent in your camp and being able to see that on a regular basis that gives you that confidence to go out there and perform against people you really feel aren't as good. You know what I mean?
Iron sharpens iron.
Exactly, because like every single time I like go out there, I'm like, it's not fucking Ray Borg that I'm fighting. So like, what are you gonna? Ray Borg beats the shit out of me. So like, you're nowhere compared to this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna walk through you. Like Ray Borg has hit me so hard that I'm pretty sure you're not gonna hit me as hard. Cause I spar with like bigger guys too. Like we have some like 45-pound killers in our gym. Like Corey Wyndham, Jesse Martinez. Those two guys they hold me down and beat the shit out of me. Like these 125 pounders, when they hit me, I don't really feel it
It's just
to an
not the same.
extent. I might jinx myself, but they don't hurt as bad.
Yeah, hopefully not. And has he helped you like navigate this transition from amateur to pro any? Because did you
Yeah,
start training with him in
honestly,
the amateurs or when you turned pro?
I took 2 amateur fights with him.
Okay.
Three amateur fights with him. So towards the ending of my amateur career, I linked up with him,
Okay.
and all he was been like trying to get into me is technique, be tough. Basically, like I've learned so much through that guy.
Right. And what did he have to say about your problem child antics?
He knew he's always everyone around me that I still associate with always know like I'm sadly they never know what's gonna come from me. I could just be like chilling and then I might be like like fucking snap. I don't know why. Um the crew that I have around me always understand like there's always a purpose from when I'm coming out crazy. Like I was going through a lot that day.
Right.
Through that whole week. Like he wasn't embarrassed, he wasn't mad. I thought he was gonna be mad, but he understood like the whole thing that led up to that.
Right. Okay.
He's
That's
he's trying he's trying to make me more professional, honestly, which has helped like me quitting drinking, stuff like that I would never have done.
Oh man, okay. That seems like a big cornerstone. And this is what I always like tell people when people say that martial arts isn't art. I mean, that's just a crazy thing to say to me because uh, you're expressing your personality, you're expressing your emotions and everything you feel when you step out there in that octagon to go fight another human being. I mean, and it's everything you've been working on for the last 4 or 8 weeks or however long you took to prepare. And you're trying to display a picture of everything that you feel while you're doing that. So for people, like, what do you think about people who say that martial arts isn't art?
Obviously, they haven't tried it. Obviously, they probably haven't got into sports. Like, I work with this lady that sort of looks down on me at points because I fight, but I'm also a teacher. She thinks it's like, I don't know. I just don't think, like, unless you've actually tried it or, like, have a love for something other than normal shit, I feel like you really can't understand where fighters are coming from or, like, basketball, any sport, honestly.
For sure, no, but the fact looking down on you is crazy because I guarantee you give her a ticket, I promise you she'll be in the seat.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
I think she went to my first pro fight.
Yeah, come on now.
Ain't that crazy though?
I'm not trying to hear nothing. I'm not trying to hear nothing.
And so that reminds me, yeah, you're a teacher, dog. How are you a teacher and a fighter? Like, how do you balance those two mentalities?
So basically, it's the best life I can ask for, in my opinion, because, you know, when you're a kid and you basically go to school and then go to practice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, I never got out of that, basically. In college, I went to train. Yeah, I drank, but, like, I always would go to school, train every day. And that's been my routine since a kid. Like, I go teach. I'm not at school no more. I'm teaching now. And right when I get off at 3:33, whatever it is, I go straight to the gym, just like how I've been doing my whole life. So, like, yes, I love it.
Yeah, but I feel like that's a tough thing to balance because on one hand, you're teaching children to be good human beings and to learn good things in school, and then on the other hand, you're murdering people in a cage. Like,
no, but I feel like the kids. I don't know. I feel like the kids would like it though. My teacher's a fighter. What?
yeah,
What? My teacher's
It's a balance, honestly. Some kids love it, and then you got some kids that, like, just want to impress me, like, you got these boys that will be like trying to get kids in the headlock, and I'm like, stop. Like, go do it somewhere else. Like, there is kids that try to impress me. All the little girls that I teach, they're always like, why mister? I'll come in with a black eye. They'll be like, no, mister, you shouldn't fight, because they care about me. That's literally why I do what I do, and I wake up every day, because those kids every day, like, I don't got a girlfriend or a wife to go home to hug. These kids are so happy to see me every day. Like,
that's super cool.
Yeah.
And you're motivating. You don't even know. You
motivate. I try to motivate these kids every day.
Yeah, you motivate, bro. That's a lot of motivation, man. You don't even know it.
Yeah, motivation, inspiration, and especially like the way you're talking about turning your life around. How you used to have a past that you've put behind you, and now you're leading a better life, and your life is seeming to incline because of it. Like, you never know what these kids are going through at home, right? You never know what they have as parents and all that stuff. Like, have you seen some pretty shitty situations being a teacher and being in that position?
Yeah, honestly, I don't work at I work at a really good school, but the kids that we deal with come from, like, poverty and, like, rough childhood. So I'll make the mistake of, like, saying, hey, I'm going to call home if they're misbehaving. And some will be like, I don't live at home. I live in a shelter. Or, like, if I say I'm going to call mom, they'll be like, you have to know the student, like, get to know the student. So, like, sometimes throw out like, hey, I'm gonna call mom. They'd be like, my mom's dead. I'm like, oh fuck, like they're coming to school and they're running around happy and shit like that, and their mom's dead or like shit like that. When my dad passed away, I fucking locked myself in a room for like, I basically got home. I had to get homeschooled because I didn't want to go anywhere. I sheltered myself to see these kids toughen up, live in shelters, have no parents. Some have no parents. Some live with like a cousin. Some struggle to come to school. Are like, it's for them to get there to school and still be happy and still play. Gives me no excuse to like show up to practice or show up to work because I'm a little sick, little sore, something's wrong with my foot, something's wrong with my leg. I'll never have an excuse to not show up.
For sure.
So like when people pull out of fights, it pisses me off. Or like when he missed weight, it irritates me.
Yeah, that definitely will put a perspective in your mind because you see those little kids, little hands, little feet running around, and they're going through it. They're going through it, but they still have a smile on their face. It's like, damn, like now,
Exactly.
what am I going to do when I have all this much more experience than you, and I'm over here tripping over what has happened to me and stuff like that, right? Yeah.
So that's why, like, I'm an emotional mess technically, but like, I try not to get mad if like someone steps on my freaking shoe or someone pisses me off, like little things that I shouldn't get pissed off about. I try to like put myself in those kids' shoes and try to calm down a little bit.
Man, that's what's up. Yeah, that's a good way to go about it. So, before we get into this small little section that we like to do on this podcast, one more thing I want to ask. So you said you're trying to get in and out of this game. Your amateur career, you had like 9 fights in 2 years, and you had your jaw wired shut in that time. How does that happen?
Yeah.
Like, how often were you fighting?
I was fighting, basically it felt like every 2 months. I didn't even take the proper time to heal from my jaw, sadly. I broke my jaw. I told myself, no, I scheduled a fight when I still had like I couldn't even bite. I like got the wires out of my mouth. I couldn't chew on anything. I couldn't eat. I was eating oatmeal and like runny eggs, smoothies, and I scheduled the fight. And my mom was like, what are you thinking? Like, you just broke your jaw. The doctor says you're not even cleared for another 12 weeks. Like, what are you thinking? Which was something I had to do for myself. It was around Christmas. I said, I have to just get in there. I don't care the outcome, anything. I literally went back to the same promotion and cage that I fought and broke my jaw like 3 months later, like 3 or 4 months later.
That's wild.
And it's scary because like I walked into that cage and they always don't clean the blood up, right? They like, there's blood stains. And on these canvases where I was standing for when I broke my jaw, I stepped in the octagon and not fully healed, barely could bite down on my mouthpiece. I'm looking down at the same blood. Don't know if it's my blood, honestly, but there was blood on the canvas.
But it was in your mind.
I'm looking down and like, I was like, flashbacks, honestly, like of me breaking my jaw and that guy screaming in my face.
Damn, man, that's
crazy.
That's a story. That's a.
There's just these little things I have to prove. I don't know why I've always had a chip on my shoulder, but like stuff like that, I had to prove to myself, like win or lose, I just have to prove these little things to myself that I can do these things. Like it ended in a no contest, that fight, but it was such like a rewarding just stepping in there. Like when people told me not to and I came out okay, I was like, hey, I like doing those things, like exciting things.
Yeah, that's a wild thing to do when you, because that's one of the hardest injuries, man. Breaking your jaw, having it wired shut, and you can't even bite down on your mouthpiece. You're about to go throw bows with another human being.
That man said oatmeal.
Oatmeal and runny eggs. All right, brother. We're gonna get into a section that we like to call tripping or willing. And the way this goes is, well, I'm pretty sure you already know how, like, what those two things mean. But the first question I have for you is, were you tripping or were you willing when you chose to become a professional fighter?
I was willing.
Yes,
Willing? Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Why would you say that over tripping? Because some people they're like, damn, I was
tripping.
I mean, it's something that I always wanted to do, and I've always enjoyed like exciting, crazy stuff, and like there's nothing crazier than stepping in that octagon, and you have to be fully sure that you want to do this, because if you're just tripping and I just sort of want to be in this, like maybe I'm not in it for the right reasons. Like I just want to be famous. I want to have a little bit of money from fighting. I love to fight, but I want to fight for money.
Right.
Maybe I'm not in it for the right reasons, but I can tell you that I love to fight and it makes me happy. So I'm not tripping off of that.
Hey, nah, yeah, that's what's up. Okay, all right, bet. So for the second question, name one moment that you found out that you had to be willing in order to do this sport.
When I broke my jaw, when I broke my jaw and I was rushed to the hospital, I sort of thought it was over, but my stepdad insisted, because I was crying, I said, I think it's over. And my stepdad said, no, it's not. I think it just started. And I was like, dude, Dad, my jaw's broken. I'm not going to be able to eat.
Damn.
And he was like, you've been through so much, losing your father, losing all these people throughout the process, getting sent to the hospital because I got in these wild street fights. Him insisting that I was going to fight again, I was like, fuck, you're crazy. And then when they put me to sleep, I woke up and I was feeling like shit, but I was insisting all right, this is day one. We're getting back on track to fight again, sadly. It's crazy.
Yeah. Okay. All right. But yeah. There's people, and it's almost that the answer to that question is almost always an injury because we get into this game, we see all the highlights, right? But we never really look at the bad shit when people would snap their legs in half or get knocked out.
Exactly.
And we see the knockout, and then we're like, oh, okay, he lost. But then you don't hear about the repercussions and everything that happened afterwards, right? The aftermath. That's something that the fans a lot of times don't get to see.
Yeah.
And sometimes you win and you're at home in pain the next day. It's not fun. So you have to be all into this thing.
Yeah, right. Thanks. All right, brother. Now, we got another one. This isn't about you, but this is about your division, right? So one of the greats in your division, Henry Cejudo, he moved up to bantamweight. He claimed the belt. He was a double champ, retired, and everything. Was he tripping or willing for retiring, given the fact that now he's thinking about moving back down to flyweight?
That fool's always tripping.
Yeah.
He's always
tripping. I'm not a fan of him.
No? What rubs you the wrong way?
Nah. I can say that he tries to sell fights. He saved the flyweight division.
Yeah.
I'm glad he did for me. Fool's tripping. I say because he talks too much and doesn't back him, and people are gonna hate me for saying this, but him and John Jones, come on, dude, leave people. You guys say you're retired, leave people alone that are still doing this shit.
Yeah. John
Jones is coming back to fight an old man. My homie trains with John Jones, but I don't give a.
Stipe.
You guys are past your prime. Get out of here. Shut up and leave already.
Yeah,
That's how I feel
man.
about those fools.
Shit. On that same topic, what about Dana? Is he tripping or willing for making this John Jones versus Stipe fight?
Trip.
Yeah, yeah. That's my
I
mindset.
think John Jones is his last. Losing Sean last night, John Jones is his last hope, in my opinion. There's no other person that can save the UFC than someone with the name of John Jones or Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor's the same way. I hate that fool because all he does is just pick on these people that are actually doing this shit.
While he's sitting
Like,
on
you
the
have your
sideline.
money, go. You have your money, go home and like go have fun. Like, you already did this. I respect you. You did it, but like, leave us alone. We're in this sport. We're doing this shit right now.
Right. Okay. That's
But,
yeah.
but John Jones is their last hope until someone else pops off.
Damn, last hope.
Last hope. I feel like the UFC is always gonna be good though. Like no matter who leaves, they like just the brand is so big now, and they can make almost anyone a star now.
And
Unless
they can go find a killer under a rock.
unless
You
your
don't gotta
name
go
is
far.
Merab, I don't know if he's gonna be a star. I don't know, but
Yeah, you got these champs like that are not gonna sell shit.
right. Yeah, it's a tough business. I feel like Dana's trying to kind of get him to retire as the GOAT, and have him as the GOAT just in case any of these other promotions start getting bigger and things like that. Almost kind of like a failsafe.
Only promotion that can get close.
It's
One championship.
it sort of looks stupid though. Having that interim heavyweight championship though, right? Why isn't John Jones fighting one of them?
Bro,
Exactly.
that's what we've been saying, dog. That's what we've been saying. I've never seen an interim champion have to defend his belt and still wait maybe 6 months before fighting the champion. I understand he got hurt and everything.
And then he loses the belt. Tom loses the belt when Stipe and John fight. So everything he's done
No sense.
it matters, but like, John Jones just fucked everyone up. Yeah.
You think he retires after that fight, John
That's why I
Jones?
don't like when these guys retire. Sadly, yeah.
Yeah. Damn.
I've like heard word of it. Yeah.
Yeah, we might never get that Stipe fight. That's crazy. Okay, last one was Merab Dvalishvili. Was he tripping or willing when he kissed Sean O'Malley like 6 times on the back? Mwah, bang.
Like I said, like when you're pumped up and adrenaline, you might do some crazy shit. So I say he might be willing.
Okay, yes, sir.
He was tripping when he walked away, though. He was definitely tripping when he walked away and
He was for sure willing.
got muffed.
Hey man, trying to let him know. Hey, he trying to say Sean was a hot dog without the bun. That's what he's trying to prove.
Oh, God.
Man.
Oh, fuck. All right, brother. All right, man. So this is going to be the last question from us, man. I know you got places you got to go. We're short on time. I appreciate you taking the time to do this with us today. It's been a pleasure talking to you. But going back to an interview you had before turning pro, right? It was actually before your match with Sebastian Oyervides, right? Your last Emmy fight. And you said my methodology between taking all these fights so quickly is I have an idea in my head that the more I fight, eventually, one of these days, I'm not going to be scared to fight. And eventually that fear is going to fade. So this is kind of like a 2-part question. One, has that fear faded yet? Or do you still get nervous or scared before your fights? That's the first part of the question.
Yeah. So that fear, I don't think it's ever gonna go away. I'm one of the worst people to be with in the back. I'm happy to have the coach Ray Borg that has been through it all, fighting for the belt, fighting at the highest level, to calm me down a little bit, because I'm in the back throwing up. I'm in the back crying. I'm in the back, like, contemplating, like, looking for doors to run out. But I'm not that person. I signed I sign something, I'm gonna show up. I sign up, I'm showing up to work tomorrow. I've always made my commitments that I make. So like, sadly, I don't care if I fight 500 times. It's not gonna get any better. You don't know what's gonna happen. I didn't think I was gonna break my jaw that night. So honestly, sadly, no, I'm gonna be scared every single time. I'm nervous for what's gonna happen, for if my face is gonna fall off or be broken off again, or I never know what's gonna happen.
And do you think that fear helps you when you step in there?
Yeah, honestly, fear and the bright lights of everyone watching me does something to me. I'm not the best in the practice room. I work hard in the training room, but like, there's something when cameras on, lights on, pressure's on, you are in danger. You don't know what's about to happen. You are fighting for your life. Like, it does something to me that ignites a switch in me that I'm not even a fighter anymore. I'm a performer. I'm about to try to put on the best performance for everyone, so they can be talking about me for as long as I can. Like this, sadly enough, that post conference, we're still talking about it today.
Right. Making memories. Facts. And your next fight is going to be against Michael White. This is a fight that you called for. What did you see in him that made you want to call him out? Because he's another grappler like yourself. He's another wrestler. It could be a tough fight for you, but you seem confident in this matchup.
Confident as in I'm not going to get hit, I don't think. I might take a little hits here and there, but it's going to be a lot of grappling. All his fights, he tends to grapple basically the whole fight. He's not a good striker. I think unless it's like a Kamaru Colby scenario where like our grappling just cancels out each other and we're on the feet the whole night. But I think with my jiu-jitsu, my grappling, and his grappling, I think we're in like, sadly, I hate cardio, but fuck, I think we're about to scramble all night long.
Can I tell you something too, bro? Go ahead.
Yeah.
I personally, you just trained in Albuquerque. I really think your cardio, your tank is going to be immaculate for the rest of your career.
Yeah. And like I quit smoking today.
Yeah.
So these whole next couple weeks till I beat up Micah is suck-ish because I love smoking, but it does something to me, like quitting that smoking. It just dials me, locks me in.
Yeah.
Like I'm suffering a little bit. I'm eating stupid broccoli and vegetables, but that shit does something. Yeah, that shit turns the switch on.
Yeah.
Facts. And do you have an official prediction for that fight?
I think I come out and I'm gonna always be a bully in every fight. But I think I'm finally going to be able to show my hands. I grapple a lot, but I would love to show my hands finally. I work a lot on my hands these last couple of years just to get me to be able to stand up with these guys. I used to be like Micah, scared and want to shoot all the time. I still do it to this day. Like if I see someone loading up, I will shoot. But I'm getting to the point where I've just boxed. I've just did Muay Thai. I am getting confident when I get clipped. I don't always have to shoot. I'm capable of striking now, so I'm excited to finally, hopefully, show that off.
Nice. That's what's up. Man, brother, it's been a pleasure talking to you today, dog. I'm happy you took the time out of your day to do this. Sorry about all the time constraints and everything that we was going through earlier. Man, I'm wishing you luck on your next fight.
Sure.
And for all the fans watching, do you have any last messages that you want to tell them? And also, where can they find you on social media?
My Instagram's that Varela kid. Sometimes I'm just fucking around. I'm posting. I'm high as shit, or I just want to make people laugh, dude. Like, these kids don't come from like the best environments at home. I always try to put a smile on their face. I'm always trying to say some crazy ass shit, some funny ass shit to make people laugh. So like the people that I made laugh through my pain on that mic, I'm still happy because I still touched them. You know what I mean? I'm just here to put a smile on people's face. I hope I put on a good performance. I know it's going to be a good performance because Micah, I don't know if you guys know of him. He's like Fury. He's a Fury golden boy, basically. Like he's one of those guys that they want to build up. And sadly enough, he lost his last fight. So I think what they're doing is they're trying to steal my hype, which I don't like to steal. So like I'm gonna go out there and steal his hype because he's the boy out there trying to literally, they know my hype. They're like, let's get Micah back on track. Let's be Ian, like they did with Sebastian. Sadly, I was stupid enough to take that fight on a week's notice. But like that's where I think they're coming from. Like Micah's in a hurt spot right now, looking for that back on track thing where I've been on track. I'm not taking steps back. So for me to even call out Sebastian would suck on my end. I'm looking past Sebastian. He's barely starting his professional career. Maybe him and I fight for a title soon, or not soon, maybe later down the road. I see that rematch happening though. For a title though.
All right. So the plans to get through Micah. Potentially you fight Sebastian Benavidez again for the rematch on a full camp later down the line. Once y'all maybe ran through a couple more people, and try and get that one back maybe before stepping up to the big leagues.
Yeah, and like I guess that chip on my shoulder is not always good because I'm ahead of Sebastian right now. I'm gonna be 3-0. He's probably gonna be 1-0 still. So why go back on track? So honestly, maybe me and him never line up. Maybe I'm in the UFC already. So I never know. I gotta not be so prideful and want redemption on everyone. That's my hardest thing that I struggle with. Always trying to get someone back. So if me and Sebastian never fight again, I really don't care.
All right. Yeah, that's a good thing. All right, brother. I appreciate you taking the time to talk to us today, man.
Yeah, thank you, my friend.
It's been an awesome conversation. Episode 55 of The Will versus The Way, man. And yeah, we'll leave it with that. Follow him on IG at that Varela kid. He's making a name for himself, the problem child, the one, the only problem child.
Yes, sir.
And we'll see you guys in the next one.
All right, my friend.
All right, brother.
Later.
Peace. What's up, villains? New episodes of The Will vs. The Way Uncensored MMA podcast drop weekly. Make sure to check out our most recent episodes and latest interviews that we've had on the channel. Thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.